loves, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie. If you saw the title of today's video, guys, we have more information coming out with Australia, and it looks like they are just about to pounce on Amber Heard, say sources and leaks, and we have some new audio leaks coming out about what happened there. Is she going to be extradited? Is she going to face jail time? There is so much to go over, so I'm just going to jump right into it. But guys, if you like this kind of content, would love to have you around. Make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and giving away a $100 gift card. It's really simple to be entered and eligible. This is all you have to do, and it greatly helps my channel. Like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, comment, share the content, watch a video from start to finish. Boom, you're entered, you're eligible. That's all you have to do. Do it for every video you see, because the more likes, the more shares, the more comments, the more times you're entered. Almost nobody's doing this, so you have a good shot of winning. Good luck. I'll announce the winner August 1st. Let's dive in. So, Popcorn Planet. We all know Popcorn Planet. They put out this exclusive, and I wanted to go into some more in-depth details about this and some audio clips that we have found. Now, we know that right now Amber Heard has all this money to pay Johnny Depp. Here's the thing, though. Everything that's going on with Amber is all civil issues, right? It's not criminal. But between the US and the UK trial, with different things coming out, where Amber's basically assistant says, Amber told me to lie for her, right? Now Australia is mad. Because not only that, Johnny and Amber mocked and made fun of the Australian government with what happened with Pistol and Boo. And they could be finding other charges. I have other videos on that they are looking into. So a lot of people have asked, okay, well, if that's the case, why is this taking so long? Your girl has got some info. So the first thing that I want to bring up for you guys, this is from the Australian government, the Attorney General's Department, from ag.gov.au. This is the flowchart of making a mutual assistance request to a foreign country, okay? So it says, crime allegedly committed against an Australian law. It says, law enforcement agency identifies evidence overseas. Agency considers alternatives to mutual assistance, like example, police-to-police assistance. If there's no appropriate alternative, agency considers whether a mutual assistance request is required. Now, Australia can do, by the way, this isn't long, but I do want to go over this. Australia can request the following types of assistance: take evidence and production of documents, search and seizure, travel arrangements for persons, including prisoners, to Australia, proceeds of crime proceedings, and other types of assistance not specified in the mutual assistance. And it says, law enforcement or prosecution agency completes an MA request questionnaire and sends it to Attorney General's Department, AGD. AGD uses the information in the questionnaire to prepare the request. AG or AG delegate approves the request. AGD transmits the request to the foreign country and liaises with the central authority in the country in the foreign country about the progress of the request and any further information required. Foreign country considers Australia's request and provides the assistance sought. And it says this time takes to consider and execute a request will depend on the foreign country. Then it says AGD considers the requirement of the Foreign Evidence Act and will seal the material at the agency's request if it meets the requirements of the Act. AGD transfers any materials obtained to the requesting agency, and requesting agency uses the material in investigation and prosecution of the alleged crime or in related proceeds of crime proceedings in Australia. Now, from what this contact was saying, this lawyer, which we'll go into in a second, on Popcorn Planet, we are at the end of this flowchart. So right now, I think basically, and this is what we heard from Barnaby Joyce recently. Barnaby said, we've requested help from the Americans and we're waiting for them. So that's where we're at. Now, a couple of things that this lawyer pointed out that I thought were really interesting. You might be asking yourself, okay, but does it really matter? She could just never go to Australia again. That's the thing. This isn't just about Australia. If this happens, they would put out an international warrant for her arrest, which would make it almost impossible for her to ever travel overseas, period. On top of that, this could lead to extradition regardless. So for instance, they brought up other court cases, like they brought up Kevin Spacey. And Kevin Spacey, he's had to do some court stuff with the UK. They were saying that most of the time, people in this situation will opt to try to cooperate in some capacity because of all the far-reaching implications that this can have. And considering she may want to, and I'm not saying she should do this or I think she should do this, but she may end up leaving the United States altogether with how bad things are for her here as a result of what has happened. So that would make her trying to leave the United States very, very difficult. And I don't think she wants to pin herself in any more situations. So this would be something where she'd have to, on some level, comply, or maybe be forced to comply. Now, we do have some audio that's coming out about Pistol and Boo and what's going on there, and it's from this same lawyer, so I want to pull this up for you guys. And of course, as always, I'm like, I had it ready to go. There it is. And my millions of tabs. Look at me, YouTube. I just sit and watch YouTube videos all day. I just have stuff in the background. So this is from Christopher C. Melcher. This was the guy that was on Popcorn Planet, and you can follow him if you want because he's got a lot of really interesting stuff about this case. It's CA_divorce. He says Amber Heard knew her dogs can't fly, but she illegally brought them to Australia in 2015 and falsely blamed others. She's now being investigated for perjury. Let's break it all down. So I'm not going to go into the article from Newsweek, but I will go into some of the interesting points that he's brought up. In April 2015, Amber Heard wanted to take the couple's 2 Yorkshire Terriers, Boo and Pistol, to Australia. Assistant Kevin Murphy told Amber that taking the dogs would violate Australia's rules protecting its biosecurity. Johnny Depp did not want the dogs to travel on airplanes, believing they should stay in Los Angeles. He put the interests of Boo and Pistol ahead of his desires to be with them. It's what you're supposed to do when you have children or animals or something in your care. But Amber Heard took the dogs to Australia anyways, via a private jet, knowing it was in violation of Australia's strict rules. Amber was caught and the dogs were placed in custody. Australia threatened to euthanize the dogs unless they were removed immediately, a consequence Amber was warned about if she illegally brought them to Australia. Johnny Depp hired a private jet to fly Boo and Pistol back to Los Angeles for their safety. Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Jones tweeted, "Dogs gone," and suffers an indignity from Amber, as explained later. This is where she and Johnny were making fun of Barnaby Joyce and what had happened. Criminal charges were filed against Amber Heard for the illegal import of animals and knowingly producing a false or misleading document, which carries a potential 10 years in prison. Amber Heard wanted former assistant Kate James to lie in court and take the blame. Emails between Amber and her attorney discussed Amber's desire to obtain a false statement from Kate. When Kate James refused, Amber Heard asked Kevin Murphy to take the fall. Kevin protests, and Amber threatens his employment if he does not comply. Kevin Murphy provides a declaration prepared by Amber Heard's attorney that Kate James failed to obtain clearance for the dogs. Kevin would later admit the statement was false. With the false statement in hand, Amber Heard told the Australian court she was distracted when completing the arrival form and blamed her former personal assistant, Kate James, for not clearing the dogs for travel. Amber Heard is let off with a warning. Kate James learns through the Brisbane News that she has been falsely blamed for the terrier incident. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard give a statement on the importance of respecting Australia's law, which has been referred to as a hostage video. It's so bad, guys. But in this audio recording, Amber Heard falsely claims that Johnny Depp made her take the rap for the doggy caper. Johnny tells her to get out of his life. We're going to go into that in just a minute, but then it says, Amber continues to travel with dogs and joked about the Australia incident. And this is where she's mocking all of this on social media. That's one thing. You don't mess with Aussies. They don't take too kindly to that. They are wonderful, fun-loving, great people, but don't F with them. I love my Aussies. In a final indignity to Australia, Amber names her new dog Barnaby Joyce after the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. Every dog has its day. And let's hope the Australian government will bring perjury charges against Amber Heard for the false statements she made and procured in this war of terriers. And there's more. Amber Heard denied the allegations and says Johnny Depp was with her on the plane with the dogs on the 21st of April 2015. She says JD's staff was responsible for the paperwork and she took the fall to help JD. As noted, the English judge didn't believe Kevin Murphy's retraction of his Australian declaration. The story relies on believing Murphy over Amber, who says she relied on the assistants to ensure the dogs were clear for travel. In this audio, Amber complains to Johnny about her getting in trouble for illegally bringing Boo and Pistol into the country. Let's have a listen if your girl can figure this out. Here we go.
So, let's talk about how much you know me, mister. I had it all figured out because I didn't do stupid movies ever. I can never make a mistake. I'm perfect
I don't
all the
think-
time. Oh no! At least you didn't do a movie where you were like,
Get out, man.
yeah, you got it all figured
You're
out.
belligerent,
You
man.
didn't do Magic Mike. You got it all figured out, man. You just did TV shows and whatever movies. You did it all right, Sensei. Master of cinema. God, if ever I could be so perfect.
No, I didn't.
But
do,
since
but I
you did
did
all
it.
that, thanks for helping me with my thing that you got me in trouble with. Thanks. Let me take the rap for that, and then not help me.
Got you in
Thanks.
trouble
Yeah,
with?
thanks, big man. Big man.
What was
Big,
it? What did I get you in trouble with?
Big man.
You don't even know.
Our dogs that you brought into the country with me for your movie on your plane, and then you let your wife take all for it. Thanks. Oh, just like the home run. You never. Bye.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Anybody else's head hurt? So yeah, that's the whole story. Those are the details when it comes to Pistol and Boo. And some people are asking, is Johnny going to get in trouble for this? So from what this lawyer has said, and from what I have heard and what I gather, it's going to determine who was the one who had the forms, who was responsible for that. And at that time, it looks like it would have been Amber. So I don't think Johnny is going to necessarily get in a lot of trouble for this because he was not the one responsible for that in coming into the country. Now, I'm not a lawyer. Take that with a very big grain of salt. But I think the only things he would have to worry about are if they did actually have another hearing, this did go to trial again, and they would bring him in as a witness or that sort of thing. So I don't think Johnny has to worry, but we also don't fully know exactly everything going on, and we're going to have to wait and see, but it looks like this is right on the verge of happening. We just have to wait and be patient. And a lot of people might be like, okay, the trial's over, get over this. Why is this such a big, why do you keep talking about this? Well, because not only did she get away with so much perjury in multiple trials, she continues to lie. She continues to use the media to her advantage. They continue to paint her as this victim. And at this point, people are just like, when does accountability come into play for this person? And how destructive does this person get to keep being? And I think a lot of people want to see more justice served. What do you guys think? I'm always curious. Sound off in the comments. And also, if you guys like this video, you want to see more like this, make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Would love to have you. And my gift card giveaway, again, very simple. This is all you have to do. Like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, comment, share the content, watch a video from start to finish. Boom, you're entered, you're eligible. That's all you have to do. Make sure and do it for every video you see. The more likes, the more comments, the more shares, the more times you watch from start to finish, more chances you have of winning my money because the more times you are entered to win. All right, guys, that's it for me here today. Take care, lots of love, lots of blessings. Till the next video, I'm giving everybody hugs, kisses, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.